2, 1, and you're live, Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to this Joint Standards Committee meeting held on the 27th of March 2025. My name is Councillor Mark Bassinger and I'm the chairperson of this committee. Members, we are streaming this meeting live as well as recording, and by being present in the meeting you are giving your consent to being recorded. During each item, please put up your hand to indicate if you wish to speak. I will then invite you at the appropriate time. Could I ask members to avoid approaching the top table, as this could create interference with the cameras and live stream. Please note that the YouTube live stream sound recording is dependent on the correct use of the microphones. Therefore, can I ask that when invited to speak, you remember to turn on your microphone and turn it off when finished. Please reference a page or paragraph number when referring to the agenda papers and keep your contributions as clear and concise as possible. We do not have any fire alarm testing scheduled for today. If you hear the alarm, please exit using either of the two marked fire escape routes. Could I have apologies for absence, please?
Yes, Chairman, thank you. Apologies were received from Councillor Neil, Parish Councillor Hall, Town Councillor Stratton and the independent person, Mr Mitchell. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Declaration of interest. To disclose the existence and nature of any disclosable pecuniary interest, other registrable interest, non-registrable interest relating to items of business on the agenda having regard to paragraph 9 and appendix B of the Code of Conduct for members. Members, we are reminded that we are also required to disclose any such interests as soon as they become aware, should the need arise throughout the meeting. I now go to agenda item 4. Which is the appointment of independent and deputy independent person, found on pages 3 and 4 of your agenda, and I will now hand over to Ms Holmes.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, members. The report before you today is hopefully fairly straightforward. As you'll be aware, we have an independent person that sits with the committee, and there is also a deputy independent person that is in place in case our independent person has a conflict of interest or becomes unwell or is unable to assist. Those appointments are for a period of 4 years, and the current period of 4 years expired in February, so we are here today to consider the reappointment of our current independent person and deputy, both of whom have expressed a desire to carry on in those roles. In relation to those posts, an allowance is paid for both of those roles. The independent person receives an annual allowance of 20% of the basic member's allowance, with the deputy 7%. The recommendation before you is obviously there before you. We can only make a recommendation to council for the appointment of those roles, and council will then, with their agreement, confirm those roles. It's a requirement of the Localism Act that we appoint an independent person, that's the conclusion of my report for you to consider.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Members, I shall go to the recommendation, and there are 4, and I would like to take them as one, if that's possible, and I shall read them. Little 1, that the independent person continues to receive an annual allowance of 20% of the member's basic allowance. Little 2, that the deputy independent person continues to receive an annual allowance of 7% of the member's basic allowance. Little 3, that John Mitchell is reappointed as independent person for Maldon District Council for a period of 4 years. And little 4, that Cathy Payne is reappointed as deputy independent person for Maldon District Council for a period of 4 years. I so move. Do I have a seconder? Thank you. Have we recorded that? Tara, that was Councillor Thompson has seconded.
Yes, I've got that. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Members, I should now put that out for any comments before I go to the vote. Councillor Maldon.
Yeah, just a point of information, really. Are the independent deputy paid regardless of whether the committee meets or not?
Thank you, Ms Holmes.
Yes, they are. I would say in terms of the independent person, I do speak to him on a regular basis about matters that don't come before the committee. So the fact that committee isn't called, he is still providing a service to me as monitoring officer.
Question, are they, presumably neither of them have any elected office themselves? Presumably that would disbar them from being ever.
Councillor Stevens.
Thank you. And again, just a question really around the process. It's slightly worrying, really, especially in the light of what Ms Holmes has just told us, that she speaks to the independent person regularly outside of meetings. It's slightly worrying that their post actually finished last month, and here we are almost at the end of this month. I suppose in 4 years' time, this won't exist. We won't be in this scenario. But I just feel we shouldn't let that sort of thing lapse, because if we did suddenly need to wheel the person in, they do need to actually be in post for that to be formal. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Yes, I agree, Councillor Stevens. It was a lapse in the time, and then trying to find a meeting or find an appropriate time to meet it. But I agree. Our constitution says they can sit for 2 periods of 4 years. If the council is still in a position, what we would do is what we've done when there's been vacancies, is we'll advertise for that role. So that will be diarised to be done well before the 4 year period, because next time you'll get new candidates, which is what we did 4 years ago with Mr Mitchell. But as you say, what format the local authority will be in 4 years' time, we don't know. But the new whatever structure we will be in, I am fairly sure there will be member standards, and there will be a requirement to have an independent person, and that will be resolved through the devolution process.
Thank you, Chair. Councillor Thompson.
Thank you. Just to say, I absolutely support the recommendation. I think it's what we call a no-brainer, and actually ask that we go to a vote if no other members have anything to say. Thank you, Chairman.
Members, are you happy to go to the vote? Okay, then I will ask, can we agree that proposal by assent?
Agreed.
Thank you very much, that's carried. Tara, have we recorded that, please?
Yes, Chairman, I've got that recorded.
Thank you very much. Members, I have no other business, unless anyone has anything else to say. Thank you very much. Members, thank you for your contribution this afternoon, and I shall draw this meeting to a close at 22:03.